Great rising, great being, great ending, depending on what part of time this reaches you. Excuse me. The path will take you in many directions. And not all the times will you have the correct or the right guidance in the directions that it takes you. But always know you have that inner guidance. You have God's GPS within you. Always remember that. You may not always have a arrow to direct you which route to take. You may not always have an exit sign that tells you when it's time to go right, go left. But that's when you have to be in alignment with self and God. That's how you access that GPS. See, that GPS, your inner guidance, that is really guidance from God, will lead you through the directions and the navigations of your path. And remember, not everybody's path the same. So yes, you may be walking the same path with somebody, but God's GPS and guidance may lead them left when you were to go straight or go right. Don't allow that attachment to the people or the person who you are walking the path with distract you or detour you off your path. What's somebody else's destination may not be your destination. And just because you might have to get off on this exit, that does not mean that that exit is your final destination. You have to navigate through God's map, through God's routes. And you have to trust His GPS system that He has placed within you when you are in alignment to see that. It's gonna be rough terrain at times. You may have to go through a mountain, go through a desert, go through a blizzard, go through a hurricane, go through a storm. Some days it will be sunny, some days it will be dark. But stay on your path, stay in your route. And the importance of staying in your route and following God's GPS system is because He has you in alignment with the quickest path there, with the least traffic. See, sometimes our problem is we try to take matters into our own hands because we do not trust what is ahead of us on the path because of what we do see or what we do not see. But I'm here to tell you and remind you that God has already seen the route that He has put you on. Do not fear that. Because see, once you let the fear kick in, once you start to go in your will and not His will, once you start trying to take your detours, or once you start following the path of others, you take yourself out of alignment, out of the most quickest way to your blessing, to your final destination. Then you find yourself stuck in a destination that you was not even supposed to be at. You find yourself caught up in traffic that God was already setting you up to avoid. Now you have prolonged your journey. Do not prolong your journey just because you do not have faith in the route or the path that you are on. Have faith, have trust in God, and then have trust in yourself that you know what's best for you, because you know God knows what's best for you. Do not be blinded. Do not be distracted by somebody else's supposedly final destination, because they too could be off course. They too could be following the will of themselves and be being detoured. You are not them. They are not you. Yes, y'all may have the same goals. Y'all may have the same ambitions. Y'all may have the same purpose. But your paths may not be the same. Because what God may want you to travel and see, they may not be ready for. Or vice versa. What they are enduring on their path, you may not even be prepared for. Stay on your route. Stay on your path. Every time you second guess that intuition, that inner guidance from God, you risk your arrival time. And sometimes your blessing, thank you, God. Sometimes your blessing has a time limit. So God has put you on that course to get to that blessing in the right amount of time before you miss the opportunity, before you miss the person that's right for you, before you miss the blessing that's attached to your purpose, your destination, and your path. Do not be late upon your arrival, or you will miss what God has truly in store for you, and how beautiful that is for you. Some of y'all just missed y'all flight because y'all were detoured and distracted or caught up in traffic. Wake up. As always, never give up, never settle. Always be you. Always love yourself. One love, God loves. And remember, life is beautiful when you allow it to be.